Sunrise is so pretty. So we've been in Colorado for about a month and a half now, and this time here was greatly anticipated. Back in August of this year, we sold our old 1989 truck camper after living in it for just over a year. We left San Diego after months of calling my parents' house home base, we cycled around Iceland, and we were just figuring out what the heck we were going to do next. And so, we drove ourselves and our old rig to Colorado to drop her off at her new home. And we were without a home for one night. It was an odd feeling being in a Super 8 hotel room with pretty much all of our belongings and our cat. We weren't entirely sure what lied ahead of us. We were unsure what a downsize was going to feel like, we were unsure if we still even liked living on the road, and we were pretty unsure on how things would look after adding another monthly payment to the table with our new camper. But it is safe to say that this last month and a half on the road was everything and more. And dare I say, it was one of the best months of road life we've ever had. Alright, so let's start from the beginning. August 14th, we picked up our new rig. And holy wow, has this been one heck of an upgrade. If you're wondering how we still like it after living in it for almost 2 months, we adore it and wouldn't change a thing. This camper has seriously made life so much better in more ways than one. It fits our truck better, we feel more comfortable leaving Moose in here while we go hike, the temperature control is insane, and overall the quality of life is better because obviously, it's a new, well-constructed camper, but we also aren't always stressing about whether or not something is going to break, because yes, that happened a lot with our old rig.
Abby, did you hear my call sign for you last night?
Since being in Colorado, we also got to climb some pretty sick mountains. We did 2 14ers, Mount Elbert and Mount Belford. Mount Belford was a sunrise summit and it was absolutely stunning. It was very cold and windy up top, but this hike was also when I realized I really enjoy hiking in the dark. It is way too fun, and also you don't have to see what's ahead of you, especially if you're going uphill. Aside from the 2 14ers, if you've been following our channel, you also know that we attempted to do 4 pass loop in a day, which was supposed to be 28 miles but ended up being 32 because of a storm that brought snow. Even though it didn't go as planned and we did have to use our emergency blankets, it was epic. Such a great story, lots to learn from it, and one heck of a bonding experience with some great people.
Oh, you're doing yellow too? Yeah.
Speaking of the people, honestly, in our past year and a half on the road, we haven't fully felt like we found a strong community. Believe it or not, but it can be hard to find community on the road. You really have to seek it out sometimes. Might be different for other people, but for us, fall and winter of 2023 was pretty isolating. But all of that changed this time. We met some really, really great people, both friends, new and old, and it was a freaking blast.
Go get out there with them, I'll be sick.
I think that who you choose to travel with can really make or break a place or a situation. But in this case, we met some damn good people. There were many nights spent around the campfire, roasting hot dogs, making s'mores, looking at the stars, and listening to some classic granola music. I swear, almost every night I had to pinch myself because things just felt so good. Like, how could this even be real life?
Yeah, it's like kind of faint double rainbow.
If we ran into you on the road this past August and September, just know that we are very, very grateful for you. With all of that being said, we absolutely fell in love with Colorado quick. I always knew in the back of my mind that this would be one of my favorite places, but I didn't know a place could feel like home so fast. We watched the seasons change, we watched people come and go, we felt the temperatures drop by the day. This was actually the longest we stayed in one area since we moved onto the road. And that was actually one of our biggest goals with moving into this camper. Travel slow, take the dirt road, and really get a feel for a place before moving on. But finally, our time in Colorado for this summer has come to an end. After watching the leaves melt into gold and witness the first snow on the mountains, it was time to head out. We're headed back to San Diego for a short week of family, friends' weddings, and packing. I'm heading out to Peru for a group trip soon, and I've got to prep for that. But I've got to say, these big mountains in Colorado certainly prepped me well for a 40-mile trek through the Andes. Colorado, we love ya. Summer and the first bits of fall have been nothing but epic, and I am certain we will be back soon. Thanks, Colorado. Over and out, far out Stoke.
Something gold or something?
Yeah, let's go find some gold.
Hi, baby.